How do you keep track of your projects? Thought this was an interesting use case to demonstrate. So this looks at a web dev agency. It's got lots of projects they want to keep track on, things like web hosting projects, CMS versions, and things like that. Currently, the user's looking at using this in Excel, very tabular form. I thought I'd show a different approach to this using the Enterprise Modeling app. So Enterprise Modeling app is a tool which is an add-in to Project, to Excel, and to Visio. Purpose of being add-ins is it makes it very accessible. Everybody uses Microsoft Office, and it brings the EAM capabilities directly to something used every day. So I took the use case and I looked at how we can structure this, and I created a number of projects. Well, firstly, actually, I took the turnkey example of the infrastructure from the Enterprise Modeling website. I used that as a starting point, and then I just added a few more catalogs to it. So I added an account, so it's a company account. I added a project. I added hosting capabilities for web frameworks and the capability. And then I set about setting up a hierarchy of these things that we can then work behind. So we've got account. Under an account, we can have infrastructure and the infrastructure application services. Now, don't look at these at all. This is just a left behind or left there from the downloaded turnkey solution, infrastructure solution. But what I did is I set the new repos up under project. So under a project, you can have hosting. Under hosting, I've got web frameworks capabilities, and under capabilities, I can provide what's hosted and have a list of capabilities. Once I've set that up, to about 10 minutes, I went through and I set some attributes relevant to it. So within here, infrastructure, I've got many different attributes around there. And for our purpose, I've added a few capabilities. I mentioned on a use case to track project management and the status for a project, the hosting, platform, renewal date, and a primary contact. And some of these have got some default values which we must be abided by as we go through. Now we've got models. I can see that in here we've got our hosting capabilities. So these are who we're hosted by. This is the name, the platform, renewal date, the primary contact of the hosting company. We've got the projects which we're related to. So projects, project names, project managers, what's the status of that project. And with that governance I showed a minute ago, we can set dependencies between them all. So following that governance, you can see I've got under account, I can have my projects or infrastructure. So project, these are my projects related to my companies. Within my projects, I can look at my hosting. So these are everything I'm hosting for that project. And under my hosting, then I've got the web frameworks that are being used, where it's applicable, and the capability as well, where I wanted to put that in. And it's just a drag drop exercise there. And some of the things we can do with this is, for instance, now we've got this set up, we've got some data in it. We can look at visualizing this data. So we could look at looking at all my accounts. I can plot that, and it plots it directly into Excel. I can look at all my hosting. Or indeed, I can look at this across all of it. So I can look at visualizations, and I built a quick visualization here. Active projects which I've saved. This takes that hierarchy. I've set some statuses up, and I only want to look at the active ones. I can just choose to plot that, consolidate to a single sheet, and I've got all that data related. With this, if I show you this projects worksheet here, this is something which you can do with it. You could set up some diagrams, some charts within Excel, which are all powered by the data in here. Through and refresh that. Open active projects, and refresh this data, consolidate to a single sheet. You can see now that I've got Ben appear in this list here. I've also added a simple renewal date to this. with a traffic light system using standard Excel formulas. This is just looking at my renewal date and providing a quick overview of whether it's something that needs to be done with it or not. Now within Visio, we can also use it to draw diagrams. So this one on the visualize side of it here, I was to open it and run my active projects one here and plot this, then I can do it in multiple fashions. So I'm going to choose to do a standard option, which goes forth and plots all of the data. Here I can also look at doing dependency information in a containerized view. So for instance, I might want to look at my capabilities. So if I look at my capability of hosting, and I plot that as a dependency in a containerized view, then it gets to look something like this. We can just bring this a bit closer. And what this shows you now is you've got all of those containerized items. So all these are websites have the payment gateways capabilities assigned to it. And likewise, you can do this with any type of view at all. Here's one, for instance, which was looking at your web components that are used up on websites. Yeah, so there we go. It's a dependency management system built directly into your products. Allows you to look at different views of that data in more of a structured way.